Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So today we'll see one more example in multi-stage graph problem. So in our previous session we have seen this multi-stage graph problem. So where we have to consider the weighted directed graph. So all the vertices will be arranged in stages, in terms of stages, and the problem is to find the shortest path from source to destination. So using this dynamic programming. So in our previous session we have seen one example following the forward approach, and here also we will see the same forward approach. And here we are having a different stages. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this one is a 4, and this one is a 5. So total 5 stages. So in our previous session we have seen about the 4 stages. Now we will see the 5 stages. So first we have to start with the destination, right? We have to start with the destination and we need to find the minimum path in each and every stage. So here you can see every stage is having a different number of vertices. For example, in the first stage we are having only one vertex, that is a source, and in K5, that means the 5th stage, one vertex, it is a destination. And similarly in the stage 2 we are having a 2 different vertices. Stage 3 vertices. Stage 4 again we are having 2 vertices, right? And you can see B we are having a 2 possible paths. C we are having a 3 possible paths. So among these we have to find out the minimum, right? So first we need to start with last vertex, that means a destination, right? So now I will go with the K is equal to 5. K is equal to 5. How many vertices are there? We are having only one vertex, that is I. Okay, we need to find out the cost of I. So cost of I comma destination I, which is nothing but distance of I and I. So which is equal to 0. So the distance from the same vertex, if the source and destination are the same vertex, obviously it will be 0. Now any other vertex in stage 5? No, right? Now we have to find out the vertices, the cost in the stage 4. So stage 4 we are having 2 vertices. How many vertices? 2 vertices, G and H. So we need to find the cost of G to I. G to I. Okay, cost of G to I, which gives the distance of G comma I plus cost of I and I. Okay, so which is equal to distance of G and I, it is 7 plus 0, which is equal to 7. Similarly, we need to find out the cost. Any other outgoing from G? No, leave it. So cost of H and I, so which gives the distance of H comma I plus cost of I comma I. That means the next vertex to destination. Okay, here the same vertex will be the destination, so we are getting 0. So H and I, which is 3 plus 0, which is equal to 3. So any other vertex in stage 4? No, we have covered both J and H. Now go with the next stage. K is equal to 3, which is having 3 vertices, D, E, F. So D, E, F. So we need to find the distance from the cost from D to I, E to I, F to I. So first the cost of D to I, which will be from D of distance of D comma the next vertex, that is G, plus cost of G to I. Okay, so this portion we have already calculated in our previous stage, G to I, right? So directly we can use it instead of recalculating, right? That's what the advantage of dynamic programming. So the problem will be divided into subproblems where each and every subproblem will be calculated or solved, and the result will be stored in the memory, and it can be retrieved whenever it requires. So the same thing happens here. So here the cost of D to C. First let us check whether there are any other edges from D to G. How many possibilities from D to G? Sorry, D to I, right? So there are two possibilities from D to I, right? D to I. How many possibilities? We can go with D to G, G to I, D to H and H to I. So two possibilities. Among these two, we have to find out the minimum. So the same thing happens. So I am finding the minimum value here. So D of distance of D comma H plus cost of H comma I. So we need to find out the minimum value of these two. So distance from D to G, which is 1, plus cost of Gi already calculated 7, so which will be 8. So here you can see the distance from the cost from D to I, the cost from D to I via G is 1 plus 7, it is 8. And here D to H plus cost of, so D to H is 4 plus cost of Hi, already we have computed here, right? So 3, which is 7. Which one we have to consider? Obviously 7, because among these two we are having a minimum. So this part we are getting 8 and this part we are getting 7. So our solution is to find the shortest path from source to destination. So that's why we need to always find the minimum value, right? So next, E, we need to find the E. So cost of E to I, that means E to destination, E to destination. So how many parts are there? Let us check here. E to destination, that means I. So one possibility, E to G, G to I, E to H, H to I. So two possibilities, right? So let us check minimum. We need to find out the minimum. So D of E comma G plus cost of G comma I. Similarly, D of E comma H plus cost of H comma I. So we need to find out the minimum among these two. Distance of E and G, E to G, it is 6 plus cost of Gi, already it was pre-computed. So Gi, it is 7. So which gives a 13 as a distance. The distance of EH, E to H, it is 2 plus cost of Hi, cost of Hi, it is 3. So it's equal to 5. So we got the path, this path, through this path we got a distance 13, through this path we got a distance of 5. So which one we have to select it? So 5 should be selected, right, among these two, So still any other vertex in this particular stage? Yes, F. So we need to find the F also, cost F to I. Let us check how many edges are there from F. So F to I, how many paths? You can check. F to G, G to I. Similarly, F to H, H to I. Two paths are there, you can observe. F to G, F to H. So same, D of F to G plus cost of G to destination. Similarly, D of F to H, plus cost of H to destination. So we need to find out the minimum among these two. What is the distance of F and G? F and G, it is 6 plus cost of G and I, which is 7. Again we got 13 as a result. Okay, then D of F to H, it is 2 plus cost of Hi. So here we have computed, it is 3. So which gives a 5 as a result. So among these two, here we got a 13 and here we got a 5. Again we have to select this 5, right? Yes. So any other vertex in stage 3? You can observe in the stage 3, D, E, F. Already we have computed D to destination, E to destination, F to destination. Now we need to find out the cost from stage 2 vertices. So K is equal to 2, which is having the vertices B and C. B and C, right. Now, what we have to find? We have to find from B to I, so which is the cost of B to I. So, let us check the possibilities from B to I. That means how many outgoing edges. So, B to I, how many outgoing edges? So, B to D and similarly B to F. Two edges are there. And D towards I, F towards I. Two possible paths. So here also we have to consider a minimum. So D of B to D plus cost of D to I. Similarly, D of B to F plus cost of F to I. So you can see already, so B to D, what is the distance from B to D? Oh, B to D, I think it is 2. Let us assume it as 2. So B to D, let us take it as 2 plus cost of D to I. So what is the cost of D to I? Already we have computed. So here we got 8 and 7 and we need to consider the minimum. So 7 is the final value. So it is 9. D of B to F, B to F it is 3 plus cost of F to I. Here F to I. So 13 and 15, among these two we have to select the minimum. So it is a 5. So which is 8. So we need to consider the minimum value 8. And any other vertex in the stage 2? Yes, C. Now find out the cost from C to I. Okay, C to I. So D of, so C to I. Any other possibilities you can check. So C to D and D to I, C to E and E to I, C to F and F to I. So there are 3 possibilities here. So we need to check all those things. So C to D plus cost of D to I. Similarly, D of C to E plus cost of E to I. Similarly, D of C to F plus cost of F to I. So among these things we have to consider the minimum. Let us check the distance or the cost. So D of CD, D of CD, C to D it is 6 plus DI. What is a DI? So here 7, 7 which is a 13. D of CE, C to E it is a 5 plus EI, EI which is again 5 which gives a 10, and D of CF, C to F it is 8 plus cost of FI, cost of FI again it is 5, so which is a 13. So among these 3 which one is a minimum? Obviously 10 is a minimum. So we got 13, here it is 10 and here it is 13, so 10 is the minimum. So we are considering the 10 as a value. Now any other vertex in the stage 2 we have computed the distance or the cost from B to destination and C to destination, which are the 2 vertices available in the stage 2. So completed. Now come with the stage 1. So stage 1. So stage 1 we are having only one vertex, that is A, which is a source. We need to find the cost of A to I. So which gives the distance. So here you can see A to I. What are the outgoing edges from A to B and A to C. So we can go with A to B and followed by AI, A to C and followed by I. So 2 possible paths are there. Let us check. So cost of, so here the distance of A to B plus cost of B to I. And similarly D of A to C plus cost of C to I. So among these 2 we have to select the minimum. So I am writing here minimum. So we need to select only the minimum value. So here also it is a minimum value. Now D of AB, AB is 5 plus cost of BI. So here we have computed BI, right? So here 8, we got a minimum value 8, 5 plus 8 which is 13 and D of AC is 2 plus cost of CI. So among these two we got 10. So which is 12. Among these two, which one is the minimum? 12 is the minimum. So here A is the source and I is the destination. So in order to travel from source to destination, the minimum distance or the minimum cost is 12. So now we have to backtrack to find out the path. Okay, find out the path. So this is the last stage. A is a source, last stage. So we need to stop the calculation, and here we are considering that the AC plus cost of CI. So we need to consider the edge from A to C first. A to C, and then cost of CI. Go to the cost of CI. So in that we are having a 3 possible paths. Among these 3 possible paths, which one we are selecting the minimum? That is this one, C to E. So the next vertex is E. And cost of EI. So cost of EI, again go with this one, cost of EI. Here we are having a 2 possible paths. Among these 2 we are selecting this one because of minimum cost. E to H. So E to H. And cost of HI. Cost of HI, go to here. So it is HI, which is a destination, this one. So this gives the optimal result. That means the shortest path from source to destination. Find out the values or weights here. A to C, which is a 2. C to E, which is a 5. E to H, which is again 2. And H to I, which is again 3. Which gives the total cost of 2 plus 5, 7 plus 2, 9 plus 3, 12. This is the minimum cost to find a path from source to destination. So here A is a source, I is the destination. So this is the forward approach where we are considering from the destination itself. So first we need to consider the destination. From that we have to go with the source, towards the source, right? So we need to compute all possible paths in all different stages. So here stage 5, only one vertex, that is the destination. In stage 4 we are having a 2 vertices G and H. In stage 3 we are having a 3 vertices D, E, F. And in the stage 2 we are having 2 vertices B and C. And in the stage 1 only 1 vertex, which is a source, right? So here we are computing and we are making use of the same result in our next problems. So coming to the stage 3, we are not computing about cost between G and I. So we are considering the value of G and I from the previous result. From here we are considering. So here we are not computing the cost of D and I because we have already computed this cost of D and I in the previous result. So the problem is solved, and so divided into sub-problems, and again the sub-problems have been solved and the results have been saved in the memory, and we can retrieve that results whenever it is required in order to avoid the recomputing the values. So this is called the dynamic programming. So this is the multi-stage graph using dynamic programming, right? So hope you understood this one. Let's stop here, and if you are having any doubt regarding this multi-stage graph problem, feel free to post your doubts in the comment section. Definitely I will try to clarify all your doubts. If you really enjoyed my session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.